Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. I just been living online, my city don't show me no love and that's fine. Fuck local radio stations, I got more plays than all of these rappers combined. I'm going again, I've been going in, I'm fed up with so many things. I gotta just let it all out, I'm talking about the shit they've been talking about. Telling me I should do this, telling me I should do that. Telling me things about rap. Talking the truth and that stab in my back, they will knock me off if the game has been packaging.
I've been keeping it real, I've been doing what I feel. I've been out here trying to kill every beat, I know I will. Everything I'm working on, every night another song. They've been quiet all along, they gon' notice when I'm gone.
Welcome back once again for the redo of Season 3, Episode 9. And everybody down. I got Psycore coming around to get this episode done again. We're about to go 0 to 100 real quick. How you feeling, man? I know you had a show yesterday.
Oh, the show sucked. Well, it turned out great, but very, very limited movement with my right arm, to say the least.
I've had those days, wrestling somebody hurt so bad, couldn't wipe my own ass. Thank God we got showers.
I'm almost there.
All right, so we're going to get right into this. First question, what do you think the state of XCW is?
What's it in right now?
Yeah, what kind of state? XCW running hard, running good? What's the morale in the locker room? You got new guys coming in, working out? What's going on?
The morale's not what it used to be. I know that. Because, I don't know, it just seemed like back then everybody was such in a rush to try to get the whole roster here.
Like, back when what?
Oh, man, I'm talking like...
The old days? Okay,
07, yeah. Like... But when everybody got together, everybody got along.
Yeah.
Now you have screaming in between matches and yelling, and I don't think that shit needs to happen here.
Yeah, we are a little bit, we are older, so yeah, we've learned a lot since our younger days, and we are quite a bit more mature these days. So yeah, definitely don't want too much drama in the locker room.
Right.
They say, happy wife, happy life. Well, no drama in the locker room makes Fletch a happy guy.
Yeah, and you don't want to see him pissed off.
Why did you come back to active in-ring competition? Because for a while you were doing like the periodic, like come back and do 2 shows here for a story, do a show here for a story. Why active competition?
I don't know, I just like it. Even after being hurt, like I just like it. It's what I like to do.
Like drugs?
Well, I'm not going to incriminate myself, but I have my days.
That's going to take us right into our next question. It's been talked about through multiple episodes how, me and Cynical might have had a drinking problem at one point, and some other wrestlers might have been into illicit activities. Has Psycore ever had a issue with alcohol or drugs?
Oh, yeah. I actually just, I'll drink probably once a week now, but there for about 4 years, it was every day. Every single day I'd get drunk. So, not too bad. And
I remember for a while, it was like, Fletch wasn't hanging out with us too much back then, but we were drinking probably at minimum like 5 nights a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, well, we talked on a different episode about, he doesn't think it was more drinking, probably Fletch thinks it was just like the girls we were dating at the time, but we had fun. I mean, Fletch still came out, hung out occasionally, just wasn't as much, but
I didn't have the girl problem, I had the drug problem.
Psycore has been around several injuries, some nasty, some not quite so much. Just to name a few, you wrestled against Nightmare, you chipped his tooth. You wrestled against Corey Lee, chipped your tooth. You were the referee in my match.
Oh, he did way more than chip my tooth, bud. He blew out my teeth.
Oh, well, I don't remember exactly. I just thought it was a chip tooth.
Oh no. I went into the house after that match, and I remember taking the mask off, and as I took the mask off, I heard like ting ting,
yeah.
And then I just like right into the sink, and just teeth flew everywhere.
Light bulb to the face. What is the? You're not technically involved, but you are a part of the we'll say part of the scene, so to speak. What's your worst injury that you think you've seen? Which one put Psycore, makes his stomach turn a little bit?
Your face makes my stomach turn.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, technically speaking.
Yes.
I was the ref for that match, and like I was telling you just a little bit ago, off camera, that I can't watch it.
Yeah, I can, but I'm a weird guy. Everybody's reaction, like you freaking out, you have to be a referee, you can't just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. You have to legitimately count properly.
Yep.
And like Dylan, Roddy, everybody freaking out over side. And like me and Josh had like the entire time from the time he stabbed me in the face to back to the ring for the suicide effect, like we had probably like a 45-second conversation. I remember every single word he said to me. And then ultimately, just the blood gushing everywhere. And the only picture we got was after I was cleaned up for the second time, which is what makes it so. It's just fucking gross.
Just watch the tape.
Everybody, I'm gonna say everybody. Most people might not agree, but everybody has a time where like something's not going their way, and we'll call it a dark time, so to speak. And some people might get those bad thoughts about ending their life or doing harm to themselves. Has Psycore ever went through a period of time like that?
Oh yeah, yeah. It was. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if you ask all the older guys, that they could probably have seen that. I mean, with the drug issues that I had, wasn't around too many women that young. But yeah, drugs are bad, okay?
The only thing I really remember about, like, really from like you outside wrestling back then was the fireworks store.
Yeah.
And it kind of snowing, if you get my drift.
Yeah. It snowed all the time.
Snowing and snow drift.
Yeah.
In your opinion, who is the best wrestler ever?
Oh, man.
I always say excluding Dylan Bostic, but after the shows, I've talked to people and they say that he's not even a thought because in XCW he wasn't really that good.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I didn't care for him on the outside after he did. I don't know if he started doing indies or what, but he didn't really have that great of an attitude.
He's done quite a decent bit of indies. He's wrestled in Canada. He's wrestled in Europe somewhere, and done some OVW stuff and TNA related stuff.
That just shows you how far douchebags can make it.
True. I mean, terrorizing.
But my favorite wrestler, or the
best wrestler.
The best wrestler.
We'll get to favorite in a second.
Man, for me, it's not.
Last time, your answer was yourself.
Yeah, just because I didn't want to give you the satisfaction of saying you, even though I'll still probably say you.
It's one of the 3 common answers.
I believe it. I mean, just how many years you were around doing it. I come back a couple minutes later, boom.
I retire.
Bum shoulder, you're out of here. I'm like, man. Just a couple months later.
Reminds me of Ryan telling a story about Fletcher falling down the muddy hill and complaining about he's all fucking muddy. Damn it, ass. Amanda's gonna make fun of me. All right, so best wrestler ever.
Oh, XCW, right?
Yes.
Best? I don't really know if just one person stands out for best.
Name a couple.
I mean, I go with all the old school people because that's mainly
fine.
where I
tends to be a common answer, honestly, in my opinion. There are new guys that are really good, but I believe there are old guys that are better than them.
Yeah. One of the ones was Cynical, Ryan. Yep. He was one of my favorites.
Especially for somebody that had really no interest in wrestling outside his friends like wrestling, so therefore he liked wrestling too, just because his friends.
Then I'd probably say FLETCH, you and myself. I mean,
worst wrestler ever.
Oh, I know who I'd say about right now, but I can't. I can, but I won't.
You can say whoever. This show's no storylines involved, so.
Well, no, it has nothing to do with storyline. It's because they're a good wrestler, and my arm's just fucked up right now. So, due to that, I'm not going to say that person. I really couldn't get into Vapor. Vapor was.
That's actually, I believe, the first time we've ever had that answer.
Yeah, Vapor, and then probably who was it? KKK.
Killing Kevin Kramer. I believe he's one of Josh's least favorites.
Oh, I could see why.
What is one match you want to have? Like, this isn't like the last match before you go, so you still have playing match ahead. What is a match you'd like to have right now? Picking type of match, whoever.
Let's take a few months off. Let's let this get all... I've always wanted to actually go one-on-one with Fletch. That is something
Have you ever wrestled Fletch?
I think we have. I don't believe it was a one-on-one other than him as Nightmare.
Okay.
So that would be an interesting, and then, I still want to get you back for one more, and you know that.
Get me back for one more? I mean, didn't you do enough with the stop sign?
Oh.
And the unbreakable table? You do realize how much better our match would have been if that table would have broke?
Yeah, because my back wouldn't be as messed up as it is now.
There's also, we're going to get into like the worst weapon shots here in a minute. So actually, we'll go do it now before the break. What's your worst weapon shot, and why is the wood to your face?
Probably because it was unexpected.
Yeah, like when you threw a snowman at me in the face?
Yep, and the wood come down, and it nailed me.
Yeah, it was right on your face.
And it was not this, square of wood, about that thick. The thickness part nailed me right in the forehead.
Probably about as thick as this, to be honest.
Yeah, that's close.
All right. On that note, we're going to go to our first commercial break. Join us when we come back.
The side of the head! Oh! Across the head! Christian! Oh! Get the snowman. Oh! Snowman hit him inside the face. Oh! Catch Stingray, Hazard. I'm sure that Ryan Riggs will be there. There'll be plenty of good wrestlers catching a...
Welcome back after, always, the amazing video footage from FLETCH. Explain what happened at the trailer park. And I'm going to kind of set the scene for everybody. You know, a bunch of, this was 2005-ish, 2006-ish. Bunch of immature teenagers dicking around. Old guy talking shit to us every time we're fucking there. Explain what happened with me, you, and you punching the old guy's car.
Alright, so I remember that me, you, and FLETCH was there.
Yeah.
Because that's really how I figured out how quick that dude moved. He was ahead of all of us. All I remember from that night is I believe you were walking next to me.
Mm-hmm.
And you had, which this had happened before, I believe, that you had asked me to do something of some sort, but somebody said to punch the car.
We had been recording free time before, and we were just recording stupid stuff, and we're like, we need to do something, and then someone told you to punch that guy's car because he was talking shit earlier.
Yep, and I sure did. And I remember looking at it, and light was glaring off of it in so many directions, I would hate to have seen it.
Yeah, and this is a big old dent, picture Venom's big old fucking monster kneecap. Yeah, this dent was bigger than that. So, we took off running, and as you said, FLETCH was in front of us.
Yeah, he was gone. He has dark hair, so you can't really see him at night.
So we took off running. We ended up in FLETCH had the back room of his when we lived at the trailer park. When he lived at the trailer park with his grandma, he had the back room. And so, it's one of the first things the cops see when they come up there. So, cops shine all the lights in. We never got in trouble, by the way.
Yeah, somehow.
Halloween story. Halloween story.
Okay, so there was 4 of us. Myself, you, Ryan, and FLETCH.
Yep.
And, once again, teenagers wanted to fuck around. I want to say that I had my car first out of all of us. And then, so we drove around all the time. We went up to Indy.
Well, Ryan might have had his mom's car, but he didn't drive out of town.
Right. We went up to Indy. I remember going to, it was Halloween time, of course.
Yep.
Everybody got out of my car. I made the simple statement that I had to take a piss.
Yeah.
Somebody from the peanut gallery that I was walking into the store with, Ryan, okay, had just told me just to piss in the trash can. So we go in there, we mess everything up. I don't remember who the people are. I think it was Richard Nixon and Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
The mask.
Yeah. And mind you, there was several that we tried on.
It was a wreck. So we all go to leave. We didn't buy anything. Everybody else walks out to my vehicle, and somebody had to turn around and tell everybody else that I was walking over to the trash can. And I started letting it go. A little Asian lady come out running behind me. What are you doing? So I turned around. I was hitting the wall. She ended up calling the cops.
Yep.
She made me take a mop bucket or some kind of bucket and throw it full of water on the trash can like that's going to de-sterilize the trash can. Oh, Asians. So when the cops got there, he more or less tried to speak down to me because I was younger than 18. I couldn't technically get arrested for anything that was not a felony.
Yeah.
So he was asking me or said something about his dog. I have worse aim than his dog. So I told him what happened, when you're sitting there relieving yourself and you have a little lady come up behind you yelling at you, kind of startled me and I turned around. So, we ended up leaving and then got pissed off at the people that were driving on the road.
There's a little more to the story you're forgetting. The Asian lady, while we were still there, called her son on the phone. Well,
that's when I got the water.
Yeah.
That's when I was getting water.
And she called her son, "Is this what you do when you with your friends? You pee in trash can?" Oh man, the good old days. What is Psycore's favorite theme song? And we'll go just based off your own theme songs.
Right.
Because obviously there's too many in XCW.
I honestly like the one that I have now.
I disagree.
I know you do. I know you do.
And you're going to think, a lot of people would think that it is 0 to 100. That is not my favorite Psycore song. My favorite Psycore song, surprisingly, is a rock song, and it is Non-Point.
Yep.
Everybody down.
Yep, that's it.
Last time, you didn't even...
I didn't even remember I had that song.
You didn't even remember you had that song for an entrance song. And piggybacking off of your favorite theme, I don't care who you are, everybody's got a guilty music pleasure. Like, for example, like, I listen to everything except for country. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What is a guilty pleasure song of Psycore that people might not know that you, or an artist or a band that you listen to that people might not know? For example, mine is Post NSYNC, Justin Timberlake.
I could see that. And I'm going to still have to go with the same one as I had in the first film, GOTYE.
Yeah, which I had no idea what it was, and he played it for me.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, most people don't realize, like, we're not just rock or rap people. Hell, there's times where me and Fletch would sing Blue Can Trail Hit 'em Up style.
Yeah.
We would sing Casey and JoJo All My Life at the trailer park on the front porch.
Do you remember riding around with Fletch and him getting down to jump around? I'm pretty sure that's probably a reason why his chair was either broke or on the last wheel. Because he was getting down.
I've been hitting the head a lot.
He was getting down to that. I also like John Mayer, by the way.
Nothing wrong with that. How is Psycore's romantic life going? The people want to know, all the women out there watching this, how is Psycore's romantic life?
It's non-existent. It is non-existent. And with the shoulder bummed out, makes things even harder.
No prospects or nothing, because I remember in between last show and this show, there was one girl that was pretty banging. You showed me a picture.
Yep. Yeah. She, I'm assuming there's a lot of issues with that one. Because I still haven't heard nothing from her.
It's kind of like
It's ghosting is what they call it nowadays. But
yeah.
back when we were young, we didn't do that. We just told you how we felt and we moved on.
Yeah. It's funny. I was going through my daughter's text messages the other day because I pay for her phone when I can. And, there's a whole bunch of abbreviations. She's like, "Why are you going through my phone? You can't even read that stuff." And literally, like, the whole text conversation was all like the acronyms for stuff. And I told her exactly what the fuck it was. I said, "I'm not stupid. I had you when I was young."
Right.
Kids these days. The next question is kind of 50-50. I get people that agree with me in certain aspects, and I get people that disagree with me. Personally, when it comes to XCW Hall of Fame, we bring people into the Hall of Fame for many different reasons. We also have at the VCAs the Honor Award, which we award to people for many different reasons. Right. Personally, I think Justin Parsley should be in the XCW Hall of Fame for he's had an impact on backyard wrestling in general. If Justin Parsley never brought me into BYW, well, technically, I guess brought him for HCW, but if I never went to BYW, I never met Fletch. Essentially, I probably would have met you guys like through school and stuff, but like I met him through wrestling. So, what is your opinion on Justin Parsley being in the XCW Hall of Fame?
I don't like it. I've never been a Parsley fan. To me, he's always been real arrogant.
I'm not a Robert Edwards fan.
And I'm not either, trust me.
But I think Robert Edwards deserves to be in the Hall of Fame as well.
No. I mean, at least he had more time here, I guess. That would be the only thing that I would think that would put him over Parsley. But, yeah, I mean, he gave us you, but...
He didn't just give us me. Since he didn't know how to run a wrestling company back then, he gave XCW Fletch. If BYW was ran properly, there would be no XCW, probably.
Oh, yeah, there would be. Yeah, there would be.
I don't know.
Trust me, I've seen the shows. I've been part of one.
I mean, but look how XCW has expanded since 2003. You don't think if BYW would have been ran better, it could have expanded like XCW?
Not if it's ran by the one person we're talking about.
Okay, everybody has different opinions. I've wrestled for many different wrestling promoters. Been involved with indie wrestling promoters.
Right.
And I still say probably out of everybody. I mean, even the indie promoters, probably Josh is the easiest to work with for the most part. So I'm glad I did end up in XCW because Chris Jones honestly probably wouldn't be who he is today in the wrestling history or outside wrestling if it wasn't for XCW, to be honest.
I believe it. Yeah, I agree.
What is Psycore's final match? You're going out, you want your hurrah. Fletch says, you can have whatever you want, book it. Title on the line, title not on the line. It's whatever you want, you got.
Probably a one-on-one match with Fletch for the belt.
Which belt?
Do the bad boy. Let's do just the XCW championship.
Yes.
Let's go with the biggest one.
Just one-on-one, no special rules, no nothing?
I mean, it can be whatever. I mean, we're both.
It's your choice.
I just don't want there to be light bulb tubes in it.
That only happens when you're the referee.
Yeah, but I still don't want to try that one. Because you're not going to be the guest referee in that match.
Well, yeah, revenge. Chris
No.
it's funny because it reminds me of when XCW shot the little jackass thing and they were knocking each other off trash cans. And you hear Fletch come in one time and say Ryan's Revenge, and they had little Robbie and Dylan on the same trash can.
I think I remember this.
Because they both kicked it out from under Ryan, so it was Ryan's turn. Yeah, maybe I should be the special referee for this match, and I bring out a light bulb.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
So, towards the end of these shows or whatever, when we get down to the nitty gritty, I give people the chance. I give them a promo idea and they cut it, or I give them a question. I don't believe I gave you one the last time, so I'm going to let you have it. You get to ask me whatever question you want to ask me right now. Go. I theoretically should have told you at the beginning of the show, but I forgot.
Yeah.
We're not going to lie. I'm pro.
I just want it to be on tape, and I want this to be saved. So is it true that back in the day, this is what we heard all about Craig?
I think I did give you the question. You're going to ask me, is there 2 freckles on my penis?
Let the girls know.
There is not 2 freckles, nor has there ever been 2 freckles on my dick, my balls. I literally only have ever had freckles on my face and my shoulders. Why Maggie said that, I don't know, but we both know how Maggie is.
Yeah, we learned.
Like, I might have been jokingly saying, I have 2 freckles. I remember this question now. No. For everybody out there wondering, I didn't have 2 freckles on my penis.
That doesn't exclude one.
I don't have one. What would you say if a hater walked up to you and said, man, wrestling would be cool if it wasn't fake?
Here, let's try out a Tbone suplex. That's what I would tell them. That's exactly what I tell them.
Why specifically Tbone?
Because that's why my arm hurts. Okay. And, I mean, honestly, other than, and it feels like something's messed up, but let's just, good positivity.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, the pain is probably the worst with this than anything else that I've ever had done.
Anything.
Wrestling-wise, yes.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It's painful. I have issues wiping my ass.
Yeah.
And Venom doesn't even have issues wiping his ass. Tell me, so that's pain.
That's pretty sad. Why, when we had wrestlers do camera, it's obvious.
Yep.
There's 2 times you had bad camera jobs. And Josh is a perfectionist, so I know to this day, if he ever watches the shows, it drives him crazy. Yep. There's a match where you're doing camera at the trailer park, and you have the camera on Maggie's ass.
Yeah.
There is a second match.
It was yours.
Where I got set on fire and I freaked out. And my ass caught on fire and I took off running across the yard and you got nothing but the ground. And just dying laughing.
Oh. That was hilarious. When I saw you jumping up and down running, and you're losing your pants.
Oh, I was taking them off.
You're in nothing but boxers running around with flaming fucking pants around your ankles. I think you would have done the same thing.
I don't know.
I think
I probably would have laughed, but I'd have kept the camera on the burning ass.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
They're lucky they got the fire out. Roddy would wrestle me in my fucking boxers. I'd have finished the match in my boxers with my balls. I don't give a shit. Literally, it was my first being caught on. It was hot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And just like Ryan said in the past, stop, drop, and rolling doesn't work.
Not
So,
if you
ladies and
leave a lot of
gentlemen,
food on the table.
if you are a parent and you are watching this with your children, they're in elementary school or early middle school, you need to explain to them not to listen to the fire department when it comes to stop, dropping, and rolling. Not only that, you need to stop, drop, and stop, drop, and scoot, and pray that you get your ass off fire.
Bring something into my love life, why don't you?
What's your favorite match of all time? XCWs.
Oh, man. That's tough. That is tough.
I can tell you what my favorite of your matches,
Go for it.
and we talked about this before, you had a match, you don't remember it, but you had a match with Eternal Darkness and Hazard, and it was for the power title at SummerMania 2, one of the worst shows in XCW history. But that's probably the match of the show, and it wasn't, obviously the main event was for the world title. That may have been like the first or second match of the show.
Wow.
What is your favorite Psycore match? Or your favorite match of anybody, it doesn't even have to include you.
Okay, I'll kind of give you both.
Okay.
My match, which I'm just going off of having a ring, being set up, doing that. So everything before that's kind of erased.
Yep.
I actually liked my SummerMania match
With Stevie Goldberg?
with Stevie Goebel. Because that was, he had a rough outing the show prior to that. And then he came back and actually worked that.
I would say that's probably one of Stevie's top 3 best matches, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your least favorite match of all time?
It was my championship match against Roddy, barbed wire table.
A lot of people disagree with how Roddy recently went out of XCW, but Roddy has done something in XCW I don't think I could ever do. And that is to go out of your way to let somebody, like in the promo, like he wanted you to spit in his face. Like,
Yes.
I couldn't do that. Like when I try to get people to fight me, like the only time I've ever like flipped my lid at work, I was telling this fucking guy his kids were bitches, his family's like, I was ready to fuck this guy up. And I'm pretty calm and collected and have been since my last fight with Joel Labrie at Taco Bell back
I
in the
remember
day.
that.
But like
I
was like I'd have fucking killed this guy. I don't know why I was so mad. It was just he was mean to my friend's girlfriend. Like my friend, like he's not a big confrontation person, so that's probably why it pissed me off so much. Like I couldn't get him to fight me, but like, what was your reaction when he asked you to spit in his face?
I laughed and said, okay, you're telling me to spit in your face, well, I'm going to spit in your face.
Your least favorite match is the barbed wire tail match. Last question of the show, probably one of the more important ones. Obviously, if XCW is going to continue, we'll say for generations to come, we truly don't know how long XCW lasts. It could end tomorrow, it could go on for 20 years.
Yeah.
What is your advice for new people, whether it's wrestlers, whether it's people coming in to announce, like we just recently got, I say we, like I'm still there, but I still feel a part of it. We just recently got the ring announcer.
Yep.
Referees, just anybody new in general wanting to be a part of XCW. What's your advice for them to like get their foot in the door, and then once they're here, what's your advice for them?
Number one, don't be a douchebag, because nobody will take to you here.
Well,
if you just
that's debatable. I was a fucking douchebag in 2004.
You weren't that bad because I would not have gotten along with you.
I wasn't friends.
We got along.
Well, maybe you just could get along with a douchebag, but like me, Josh, and Ryan, we weren't friends in 2004.
Wow.
Like, I'm pretty sure you could ask Josh after we get done recording this, and he would say, we weren't friends then. We probably weren't friends until late in 2004. They literally had to sit me down at one point. It was like, chill out, man.
I probably met the post 2004.
Okay.
Or close to that.
So don't be a douchebag, and then once they're here.
Be safe. Everything about what you do is keeping everybody in that ring safe. Everybody outside of the ring is safe. Mm-hmm. Push safety as much as you can.
Otherwise, you end up like Tommy breaking a leg, which was an accident.
Yeah.
I mean, accidents happen. The light bulb to the face, chipped teeth, broken teeth. Whatever Corey Lee did to his leg, fucked it up, tore his meniscus, ACL, whatever. Accidents happen, you know. Your ultimate goal out there is to go out and perform and entertain the people, but do it in a safe way. The other person across the ring is your dance partner. If you're not safe with them, they're not going to be able to be safe with you.
Yep.
I appreciate you coming
problem.
again, redoing episode 9 for me, and hopefully we'll get. How about that season 10?
Oh,
I'm such a pro at this shit. Hopefully we'll get the episode 10. I know you all will love it if we do. Thank you once again for Psycore. Join us next time, season 3, episode 10.
They keep it real, I've been doing what I feel. I've been out here trying to kill every beat, I know I will. Everything I'm working on, every night another song. They've been quiet all along, they gon' notice when I'm gone.
Everybody wanna copy you, but they're not you. Everybody wanna be cool, but they're not new. Whoa, look how I go. Gonna be a dentist, I still got the flow. Never gonna lose, cause I'm still doing both. Never gonna lose, cause I've been on the road. Come to your state and I'm killing the show. Know that I'm young and I still gotta grow. Know that I'm working the most, know I'm never gonna choke. And I'm looking back down on the people below.
I've been keeping real, I've been doing